Do not despair of our present difficulties. We believe always in the promise and greatness of America, because nothing is inevitable here.
The dying wish of Senator John McCain, read aloud today by his longtime aide, Rick Davis. It stands in stark contrast to President Trump's handling of the long-serving Republican's death this weekend. The White House flag lowered to half staff in McCain's honor late on Saturday, but raised again just over 24 hours later. After public outrage, the president did order that flag lowered once again. And then today...
Mr. President, any thoughts on John McCain? Mr. President, any thoughts on John McCain, sir?
ABC News' John Carl tried to get the president to say something, anything about McCain.
Do you believe John McCain was a hero, sir? Why won't you say anything about John McCain?
Finally, this tonight.
We very much appreciate everything that Senator McCain has done for our country, so thank you very much.
The senator was a frequent target for Trump, even suggesting McCain wasn't a war hero because he was captured by the North Vietnamese.
I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
For now, McCain's seat will be filled by an appointment from Arizona's governor. But tomorrow, voters in McCain's home state will pick the Republican nominee for the seat being vacated by retiring Republican Senator Jeff Flake. The candidates include Congresswoman Martha McSally, former Sheriff Joe Arpaio, and Dr. Kelli Ward, and they are all a far cry from McCain-style Republicans. In fact, they've each been trying to out-Trump one another for months.
It's remarkable that none of the candidates on the Republican side are looking to be the McCain candidate. All of them are looking to be Donald Trump's candidate.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
86-year-old Sheriff Joe, as many call him, could not be further from the so-called establishment. As the top lawman for 24 years in Maricopa County, Arizona's largest and home to the largest city, Phoenix, Arpaio opened an outdoor jail made of concrete slabs and canvas coverings. At Arpaio's Tent City, inmates were dressed in cartoonish black and white striped uniforms, as well as another unconventional item that today is framed on the wall of his office.
You were having the male inmates wear pink underwear.
Everybody wears pink.
Arpaio's methods for punishing criminals drew criticism for being inhumane and discriminatory. In a 2001 Department of Justice report, Arpaio's jails, including his tent city, were found to have, quote, a pervasive culture of discriminatory bias against Latinos.
Do you think that will be an issue in this Senate campaign for you?
No, because I'm running statewide.
There are a lot of Hispanics throughout the state.
Not that many.
About 31% of Arizona's population is Hispanic.
It is a fast-growing part of the population and a critical vote. You can't alienate a whole ethnic group in Arizona and expect to become their senator.
In 2017, Arpaio was convicted of criminal contempt of court for disobeying a federal judge's order to stop racial profiling in detaining individuals suspected of being in the U.S. illegally. Arpaio disputes that conviction, calling it a witch hunt by the former Attorney General Eric Holder and then President Obama.
So you think there was a conspiracy to bring you down?
Yeah, it's a conspiracy involving the courts, involving the Department of Justice, involving Obama.
So what is the proof?
I'm not guilty, that's the proof.
Last year, 1 month after his conviction, President Trump pardoned Arpaio.
Is the fact that Trump's in office in the White House, is that part of why you want to go to Washington at this moment?
Let me put it this way. If he wasn't the president, I sure would not be running for Senate.
Are you sad that the 10 cities are gone?
I know it was a great program, but you know, I'm not the sheriff anymore. I'll try to get down to Washington and try to straighten some problems out, especially in the judicial system.
But is that about going to Washington for payback?
No, going to Washington to make a difference.
Also firmly aboard the Trump train, one of John McCain's former political adversaries, Dr. Kelli Ward, who ran against the late senator in the Republican primary in 2016.
Do you think Trump has had a big impact on the party here?
I think that Donald Trump picking up the mantle as the leader of the Republican Party has been good in Arizona. It's introduced a lot of people that before wouldn't consider being a Republican.
People like Monique Stockett.
At this time, from this time, we're doing the free screening. I'm an independent, but I voted mostly Democrat. And I have voted for Obama twice. Yes. And I was listening to Donald Trump talking, and I said, did he just say that? I was like so impressed at his honesty.
I was never into politics. I had no idea how corrupt it is until I got involved because of Trump. I saw him on TV going down the escalator with his wife, and I'm like, yes, that's my next president.
Stockett and her friend Nadia Larson run a meetup group to support their candidates out of Larson's home in Tucson.
All right. Now, what are we going to do for the raffles? We got to raffle something to raise money?
I have a birdhouse that's patriotic colored.
Okay.
For a raffle.
The number one thing that I like about Kelli Ward, that she supports Trump's agenda 100%.
She is not afraid to say that she supports Trump, which a lot of Republicans don't want to do.
It's not that I'm anti-establishment. I think that it's people want new blood in Washington, D.C.
Ward has a collection of high-profile and controversial supporters. They include Steve King, the Iowa congressman whose racially charged views have sparked outrage, Dana Rohrabacher, the California congressman who has long curried favor with Russia, and Sebastian Gorka, the former Trump aide who allegedly has ties to a Nazi group. She also has backing from the Mercer family, the private, uber-wealthy conservative donors who also pumped money into Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign.
I mean, I have a great relationship with the Mercers, and am very, very grateful to them for helping me along the political process.
She is trying to motivate the type of voter that frankly showed up for Donald Trump 2 years ago that may not have voted in previous elections.
Just this past weekend, a staffer for Ward publicly implied that there may be some sort of conspiracy in the timing of McCain's announcement that he was discontinuing medical treatment in a now-deleted Facebook post. I wonder if it's a coincidence that Senator McCain released his statement on the kickoff day of Kelli Ward's bus tour, or if it was a plan to take media attention off her campaign. Ward herself replying in the comments, I think they wanted a particular narrative that they hope is negative to me. At a press conference today, Ward addressed the comments.
To be clear, my comments were in no way directed at Senator McCain or at his family.
Congresswoman Martha McSally seems to be the favorite to win tomorrow. The former fighter pilot, the first female to fly in combat, in fact, includes an endorsement from Trump in her campaign ad.
My friend Martha McSally, she's the real deal. She's tough.
McSally turned down multiple requests from ABC News for an interview.
It's not my job to be a pundit.
But just weeks into the Trump presidency last year, my colleague Matt Gutman was right there for one of her packed and very contentious town hall meetings.
Lots of folks saying that they need to be heard. They are not being heard. That's why they're here. And the mounting frustration is that they're stuck outside.
Her constituents asked her to answer for the president.
If people want to take out their frustrations with the president on me, even in many cases, that is not my role.
Whoever wins tomorrow will likely face the Democrat Kristen Sinema in November. Sinema is an Arizona congresswoman who would be the first openly bisexual U.S. senator. Don't underestimate the stakes here. This race will be a referendum on the popularity of the president, and it may well impact who controls the levers of power in Washington.
Republicans hold the Senate by only 2 votes. If Republicans lose Arizona, suddenly there's a path to the Democrats controlling the Senate. If they hold on to Arizona, then there's almost no way that Democrats are able to take control of the Senate.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.